Hello, welcome to part 3 of the King James Code 37. We're going to be talking about the word seal today in its various forms. The first occurrence of any form of the word seal occurs in Deuteronomy 32:34. Is not this laid up in store with me and sealed up among my treasures? And I want to point out that the word treasure occurs 37 times in the King James Bible. And this happens to be the 185th chapter of the Bible, which is 37 times 5. Here is a archaeological discovery of an old seal. This one's purported to be from Hezekiah. And seals were a very important concept in ancient times. And God has a lot to say about seals. Here, Job 37:7 states, He sealeth up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. And what a true statement this is. In our hand, we have our fingerprints, our handprints. We have a sort of a signet on our hand, and it leaves our mark. If we touch something, criminals know this all too well. And here's just an image of a signet and a wax seal. So the word seal, the numerical value of the word seal in simple English ordinal gematria is 37. Here in the 21st chapter of 1 Kings 21, 3 times 7, this is the 3-7 code. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. Why did she seal them with the king's seal? To give it authority, right? If somebody just showed up with the letter saying, hey, this is from the king, and it wasn't sealed, well, you're not obligated to believe it. That's the purpose of a seal, to show that it's authoritative or authentic. The word authority, 37 times in the King James Bible. But the point is that man had the sense to seal important documents, either to prevent them from being tampered with or to show that they were authentic. And God sealed his word. He sealed it in the Hebrew, he sealed it in the Greek, and he sealed it in the English. And guess what? He used the same signet. Esther 8:8, write ye also for the Jews, as it liketh you, in the king's name, and seal it with the king's ring. For the writing which is written in the king's name and sealed with the king's ring may no man reverse. And that is true with the word of God. It is a sealed book. Here's simple English gematria. We see that the word signet has a value of 74. That is 37 times 2. In the King James Bible, the word seal and signet, when combined, occur a total of 37 times. Seal occurs 26 times. Signet occurs 11 times. The sum is 37. The 74th chapter of the New Testament, 37 times 2, is John 6. And John 6:27 states, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for the meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath God the Father sealed. And we see here the name Jesus in English has a value of 74. Again, 37 times 2. The phrase Jesus Christ, as found in the Greek text, has a total value of 2,368. 37 times 8 squared. And of course, 888 is 37 times 24. And 1,480 is 37 times 40. Or we could say that would be 37 times 8 times 5. So they're both a multiple of 37 and 8. Okay, here is the Greek text entered in to the Gematria calculator at gematrianator.com, and you can see the value 2,368, and a breakdown of the individual letters, individual Greek letters and their values. So I want to look at Mark 1:1, which states the beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. What I find interesting about this particular passage, that here on the left you see what we have already talked about. Jesus has a value of 888, and Christos, Christ, 1,480. But what is interesting, if you look to the right, that the spelling of Jesus is different in the actual text. It has a value of 688. And the same thing with Christ. It is spelled different, and now it has a value of 1,680. Now this is the Scrivener Textus Receptus as you would find it. So we enter in the new spelling, or the variant spelling, and again we yield 2,368. 37 times 8 squared. So even though the spelling of both words change, we retained this value. Now, it was noted in the King James Code series done by Pastor Michael Hoggard that the phrase Jesus Christ occurs 196 times in the King James Bible. The phrase Son of Man also occurs 196 times in the King James Bible. Now, I should have put this number up, but picture this. We've already showed that the word Jesus has a value of 74. 37 times 2. Well, 196 is 7 squared times 4. So we retain the pattern of 7 and 4, just in a different form. 7 times 7 times 4. So here's John 6:27 again. Labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for the meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath God the Father sealed. And I want to kind of key in on this phrase, Son of Man, because it is the Son of Man who is sealed according to the Lord himself. And here we see that the phrase Son of Man, case sensitive, as you find it in John 6:27, combined with the word sealed, has a value of 185, 37 times 5. And it was in the 185th chapter of the Bible, Deuteronomy 32, that the first occurrence of any form of the word seal occurs. In fact, it's the first occurrence of the word sealed, because God asked, are these things not sealed up among my treasures? Okay, what I want to show here is, this is John 6:27 again, and the clause which the Son of Man shall give unto you. I meant to have the you in there, but what I want to show is that as we put words in and extend the length of the phrase, it'll quickly converge to a value of 1. So this aspect of the King James Code behaves in an opposite manner to Gematria. In Gematria, as we add letters and words, the value grows and grows and grows. Here is that clause, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. The full clause between the commas, as you found in the text, has a value of 407 in English ordinal, which is 37 times 11. And the point I want to make here is that we could keep adding letters or words indefinitely and eventually get at least a number that contains a multiple of the number we're looking for. So there's eventually, by just random chance, you're going to have a value of, let's say, 37. The key to the code is concise and short phrases that contain the value in a repeatable fashion. Okay, here in the original Greek, this is a screenshot from BibleWheel.com. Excellent site for information and to do research. But this is easily proven. This is Son of Man as found in John 6:27. So the three words, Son of Man, from top to bottom. The bottom word's anthropos. And the sum of the words is actually 2,960. Okay, I omitted a 0, so I have a typo on my slide here. But it's 2,960, which is 37 times 80. Okay, so in the Greek, we have these real cool patterns of, Jesus adds up to 888, and Christ 1,480, and the sum is 2,368, 37 times 8 squared. But what will be demonstrated in this series of videos is that this pattern extends into the English, and I'm going to give one example of that. Here we have the phrase, the son of, case sensitive, 130 times. Man, case sensitive, 2,602. But I want to point out is the verse count here. When these two words are combined and we look at the total verses that these two words occur in, the verse sum, it is 2,368 in your King James Bible, 37 times 8 squared. And here again, we see it is the Father that sealed the Son of Man according to the Lord himself. And the word Father, case sensitive, in the King James Bible, the New Testament, is 37 times 7. Now, Father, case sensitive, occurs a total of 260 times in the Bible. It only occurs once, case sensitive, in the Old Testament. And 260, if you're familiar with Hebrew gematria, that the 26 is the value of the Yod Hey Vod Hey, the Tetragrammaton. So the number 260 is 26 times 10. But look at the number 10. It's a combination of the two prime numbers, 3 and 7. In fact, the first verse of the Bible, in the King James Bible, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, consists of 10 words. 10 is also a triangular number. So part 4 of the series, I'm thinking about discussing the genetic code, because this is a fascinating aspect of this code, because God sealed his word. He sealed the Hebrew text. He sealed the Greek text. He sealed the English King James Bible, but guess what? He sealed the genetic code. He put his signature there. We're going to see that probably in the next video, unless something changes. Again, thanks for watching, and I look forward to making the next video.